Hey peeps, this is going to be my vlog, uh, day 18. Oh my god, it's almost the end of the month. This is crazy. I was just thinking about something actually. It's bright as shit. I was just thinking about something tonight and I wanted to share it with you guys. Um, the scent of crayons always makes me think of money. And it's, um, it's because when I was a kid, must have been like 5, from the age of 5 to 6. I think it was 5 to 6. I always get confused. I'm not completely certain, because it's not something we talk about in my family. But I spent a year on the street living in a car, and during that year, I was very aware of money and the fact that our family didn't have it, and that it was a problem because everything that we needed to do took money, with the exception of going out to Evansburg State Park and taking showers in their sinks in the public restrooms, which they left open all winter long, which was really a godsend. Um, but I remember my grandmother made sure that I had coloring books and that I could color because it was one of the few things that calmed me down when I was stressed. And when I was upset, it was my comfort. So even if she could only afford to go like to the dollar store and get the same coloring book 5 times, I didn't care. I would color the same pictures. And I never complained because it was like a big deal that I could color. And at one point, she got me blank notepads from one of her construction jobs where she was a security guard at night. And they were just blank, so I made money. And I colored it really thick so that it would feel like thick like money. And I made, well, each notepad had 100 pages, and each page was enough for like one of my dollar bills. And I didn't make them into any more than that. It was just a dollar bill. They were all dollar bills. Little had I known, I would have made Benjamins because it's all about the Benjamins, baby. And I made her all this money and the whole booklet. And I spent all night on it. Well, not all night. I probably went to sleep at around 2 or so, but I was out in the car. And it was really cold, but my hands kept warm because I was coloring. Um, and eventually my green crayon was gone, so I had to get creative, and I had to use all the different shades of green to mix them together. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but like, you know how you'll color over, if you color the first layer gently enough, you can color over it with another color and kind of mix them. That's what I did. And so I made her like probably about $300 worth of my dollar bills. And when she came out in the morning, like, they were laying all over the place. One of my dogs was like covered. Princess had dollar bills all over her back. And my grandmother was just like, "What is all that?" And I was like, I woke up, I was like, "I made you money so we can get a house." And it's kind of silly, it's kind of stupid, it's kind of sad, but it was interesting. It's interesting that the smell of crayons brought that back to me. And I don't regret the memories that I have, even the ones that aren't so good. I chalk it all up to it all came together and it made me who I am. But I always remember that morning because like she got upset, my grandmother did. And it was one of the moments that I remember of my childhood where she was genuinely like I don't know. It wasn't anger. It wasn't happiness. I guess I don't know a name for the emotion that she must have felt. I mean, maybe like just overwhelmed, maybe sadness. I don't know. But like she was just like almost speechless. And I just remember that morning. And I remember thinking like I didn't do good. Like I was just I tried. Like I was trying to help. I remember asking her if I could be a security guard so that we could make extra money. I'm like, I'm here anyway. I can walk. I can do rounds. Because she would always talk about, oh, I have to go do rounds. Stay in the car. Don't unlock the car. Um, it was just, it's funny the things you remember, though, from your childhood. That's funny. So, I want to hear about memories that you guys have from your childhood. Maybe they're good, maybe they're bad, maybe they're boring to you, but it's all fascinating to me. So I'd like to hear like something from your childhood that you remember. I would love a video response. The only reason I say that is not to like pimp out my video, but the reason that I say video response is because some of you have said that you don't really know like what to talk about in a video. And a question, especially a question where you have the ability to talk about any memory from your childhood, like come on, it doesn't get better than that. Like tell me some stuff from your childhood. Come on. And I want to know some stuff about you guys. Another memory that maybe isn't quite so sad. I don't know if the memory that I shared was sad or whatever, but um excuse me. I'm tired, but I'm not ready to go to bed yet. Um the other memory. I lost my train of thought. Yeah. What was I gonna say? The other memory. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Um, I remember being. It must have been first grade. It might have been kindergarten, but I think it was first grade. Excuse me, I yawned again. Did you guys hear my jaw click? My jaw clicks sometimes. Actually, I'm thinking it was kindergarten because I had a crush on my kindergarten teacher, Miss Souter, and she was like an angel. But who didn't have a crush on a teacher in elementary school? That's another question. Did you guys have crushes on your teachers in elementary school? If so, did you have crushes on the females or the males? And what did that mean for you? Was it like, for me it was indicative. I was like, I'm going to marry Miss Souter. And then she got married and I was really angry at her because I was like, yeah, I'm your betrothed. I really thought like me and Miss Souter had a thing. And she was like, oh dear. She was so sweet. I have a memory of getting stuck on the fire pole out on the playground. I got dared to go up. I went up the little ladder and I went up to the top and I got my ass on the pole. And I was actually like really physically fit at this point in my life. I was very thin. I was very athletic, fastest kid in my class and in the next class up. Like I was pretty, whatever. But could not go down the fire pole. Miss Souter came out and she was like, slide down. And I was like, crying like a little bitch. Couldn't go down the fire pole. And so, like, she basically reached up and grabbed my foot and pulled. I was so fucking scared. And then I thought she was going to call my grandmother, my nanny. I was like, please don't call my grandmother. She was like, I'm not. Oh, God. Excuse me. I just made about 5 of you yawn. What am I talking about? It's more like one of you. No. There was one other time in school where I was leaning back on my back two legs, and I think again this was like kindergarten, if or maybe first grade. This might have been first grade because I remember girls were a little older. Yeah. I was leaning back on the back two legs of my chair and like balancing, right? So I'm like balancing there, and one of the little girls behind me like tapped my shoulder. She was trying to tell me sit normally or whatever it was. And my friend Kate might actually remember this story because I think I talked to her about it. She was in my grade school. I think I talked to her about it and she like remembered me being the class clown. I was always trying to make somebody laugh in class. That's basically who I was always trying to make people laugh. Because especially if somebody was sad, I would try and make them laugh. I would pretend to be a dog. I would like, yeah, I was that kid. I also probably ate some glue along the way, but we won't talk about that. So the long and short of it is, like, I fell. You knew that was coming. You knew I had to fall. Only, like, I remember the teacher turning around and I, like, jumped up and got in my seat real quick. And she wouldn't have known who had fallen if I hadn't gotten so fucking red. I went red and she was like, Angie, were you leaning back in your chair? And I was like, no. But I was the only kid that was like red, and everybody else was laughing and looking at me, so she kind of knew. It was funny. You wish you had been in elementary school with yours truly, because I was funny. I still like to think I'm funny sometimes, although we both know what it is, so let's not lie to each other. I'm just crazy. Not funny, just crazy. Maybe crazy, maybe funny because I'm crazy at times, but not just funny. Alright, y'all. That's really all I wanted to share. I think this was a good quality vlog. I think I probably made you laugh a few times. I hit you with the sensitive, and then bam with the comedy. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pat myself on the back and call it a good vlog. And I hope you guys have a good day. This is being posted before any of you are probably awake. So I'm imagining that you're gonna wake up and be like, "Oh my god, I have to watch Angie's vlog immediately." No? Anyone? Anyone? Bueller? I hear crickets somewhere. There's crickets. It's not actually crickets. I'm being stupid. Alright, guys. I am going to end this because it is long and hopefully it entertains you for a little while. But, yeah. I'm gonna go back to my girlfriend and see what she's doing. Angie Lou, yeah, all I can say is your life will never be boring, sweetie. Never boring. That's the one thing I can promise. You will be entertained. Yeah. And I'm good looking, so there's that. Yeah. Alright, guys. Much love. Peep out.